All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the best wrestling podcast on the planet, the Address of Champions Wrestling Podcast. Duh. Right? So today, just me, Damani Burns, we're here in the flesh. Show goes on, my partner, Serena, she's out today, but she'll be back and we'll get this thing rolling. So today, we got special guests. We got a special guest because I can't sit here and talk by myself to you guys, even though I love you guys. I have to have someone to talk to. But special guest today, someone I know quite well. We have shared a lot of years, a lot of wrestling, a lot of crazy stuff. But three-time national champion from Johnson and Wales University, my brother. Let's introduce Joziah Fry. You look at the song, boy.
Whoa.
Yo,
What's happening, man?
what's happening? What's happening? Joziah Fry live in the flesh.
What's up,
Fresh off
dog?
the season. Start getting ready for war. We in fight camp right now. You know what I'm saying? May 31st, we coming in hot. If you
Oh,
Providence,
he's
Rhode Island,
coming in hot. Wait, so slow down, cuz. First, welcome to the, Address of Champions Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so
My
next,
household.
you said you're in fight camp already?
Yeah.
Talk to
We
the
got
people. What you got?
we got this little boxing spoker coming up May 31st. I'm on this
Okay.
little underground fight card. It's nothing crazy. Like a couple 200 people gonna be there. But it's a little boxing fight, you know what I'm saying? We working with Coach Vic, the OG GOAT of Rhode Island,
Facts.
and we better let loose May 31st.
May 31st. You got an opponent? Or no opponent yet?
I don't know. I don't even know. I'm gonna have an opponent for sure, but I just don't know what his name is.
Okay, so my boy got a fight coming up. Rhode Island, in Tiverton. Mark Wisher, smoker. What's life been like? Outside of the season. We'll talk about your season. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the wrestling. How'd your season go?
6-month season, that's always a grind. Always a grind. We started off the season in August, late August. We start off with those 7 a.m. runs, Monday, Wednesday, and those lifts Tuesday, Thursdays at 7 p.m. And then we also have practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we do that August to October.
Okay.
So season starts as soon as you get to school, it's like preseason right away, and you're just grinding. But I love the grind, honestly. So when we were doing those 7 a.m. runs, it was easy to me. Those lifts, easy. Those practices, I liked it, getting back into the flow of things. And then when season really starts in October, that's when I started picking up because that's when it's all right, practices every day now. Now we're actually going dumb hard. Everyone's competing for that starting spot. Everyone's getting ready for the first tournament of the year. It's gonna be a banger, you know what I'm saying? That first Ithaca tournament of the year is a banger. It shows everyone all right, this is where you're at. Are you a dog? Are you not? Because everyone always likes to talk. They're all right, I'm coming different this year. And that Ithaca tournament comes around, and we see who's really different, and we see who's not.
Okay. And how'd it go? Give us a breakdown of the season. What happened?
So I'll give you a breakdown. So this is how it happened at first. So me, 125. I was doing my thing.
Little dogs.
Me and Damani Burns, Damani was my coach for the tournament. I was wrestling, doing kids up. The first day, took everyone out, pin tech, what I do. The second day, tech this boy in the semis, and then we went to the finals, and we had this little kid that his dad and his whole team don't really with me.
Oh.
So it was beef from the beginning. Let me tell you this story right here. So I'm wrestling this kid. I'm hitting him with some filthy stuff. Foot sweeping him, throwing him to his back. Basically hitting him with whatever I want to hit him with. You know what I'm saying? And his dad starts chirping. saying like the most craziest stuff. I can't even say it on this podcast, but he was just chirping the most craziest stuff. And then Damani, my man, my brother, he was like, Damani couldn't take it anymore. He was like, oh yeah, this guy's talking way too crazy. Damani looked at him, he said, yo, you keep talking to my brother like that, I'm gonna piece you up. And the dad got down from the stands, and Damani and the dad almost faced off, and I was like, oh! Everybody in the
Yo.
crowd was going crazy. I'm telling you, it was insane. I was like, oh my God. I'm over here like, I'm gonna have to fight the dad too, hit him with some 1-2s. It was crazy. That was a crazy tournament. The first tournament of the year
Oh.
was crazy. So listen, that was the first finals match. Then we had the second finals match. My boy Pete Ellis, true freshman, comes in, takes out the number 5 in the country, unranked, craziness right off the bat. And then at 141, this kid Cam Soda that transferred over to JWO, unranked, comes in and packs the number 1 kid in the country in the first period. So we're like spazzing out this tournament. All of us are just turning up crazy. That's like the first tour. The Ithaca was like where like everyone was like, all right, Jay was like that. They might win nationals this year and like actually turn up. So that was like the first like statement we packed out the year. Everyone was like, all right, these boys aren't playing. Like they're really coming for it this year. And then as the season went on, we just started turning up even more and more. We went from being like top 20 to the number 1 seed towards like the end of the year. Because we came into the year and everyone was like, nah, they're not good this year. They like disrespected us, putting us like the number 20 seed. And I was like, damn, are you doing us like that? The number 20 seed? Are you crazy? With me and the team too? Like what? So
Yo,
I
this.
was hot about that. I'm not even gonna lie. I was dumb hot. I was like, number 20 seed, you got me messed up. So then that first tournament, boom, broke the top 10 teams in the country right away. I was like, yup, putting a little bit of respect on our name. And then after national duels, we were the number 1 team in the nation. Even though we listen, so what happened at national duels is
What happened? What happened? Cause
what happened at national duels is we're talking crazy. I'm talking like we go into the weigh-in. So the first day we swipe out both teams, right? Easy peasy, nothing. And the second day, the first team we have is like the number 1 team in the country. And the weigh-in line, we're talking crazy. Like I walk into the weigh-in line, I'm like, yo, it's a murder scene right here. Looking at all their players, are just talking. And I was like, oh. So then we go to face them as a team, and we're doing so good. It's like at 25. So there's 10 weight classes in wrestling, right? As everyone knows in college, we win 25. We win 33. We win 41. We're in a hot streak. A hot streak. I'm like, let's go. 49. My boy Soda gets the craziest freak injury ever and loses the match. I'm like, no. He was supposed to dog the kid too, but he just got a freak injury. 49, Hayden dogs the kid. 57, Jack pulls out a win from nowhere. Like, no one thought Jack was going to win this match. Pulls out a win. I'm like, oh, yeah, match is secured. We just won. And then it just starts going downhill. Downhill. I'm not going to even just mention the other names, but it just went doo, doo, doo. And to the last match, right, 285. All right, it was a heartbreaker. I'm telling you, the biggest heartbreaker ever. I'm not gonna lie, the ref might have screwed us. Like if you could watch it on Flow.
we'll
All
link it.
like
We'll link it.
he called it the craziest pin I've ever seen in my life. Kid's rolling. He's literally rolling, and he goes pack. I looked at the ref. I'm like you really just gave him that whole like it was crazy. Like I hate even talking about it. It was so bad.
You feeling
But
right now? You getting hot? You getting hot?
yeah, I'm feeling it right now. I'm like that really did us like bad. He did us bad, and we were across the country too. You know what I'm saying? That was West Side. They don't really like the East Coast boys. But
Okay.
so for whatever reason, we get third at Natty Duels, right? We're supposed to win it. We get third. That sparks a fire in all of our. All of us are like, nah, like we were supposed to win this tournament. So that's like midway through season, and then like we start really turning up. The next weekend we go to Newer Duels. We face like Castleton, a team that's like supposed to be like right there with us, and we sweep them. Sweep them. We do them
Okay.
dirty, so bad. And everyone's like, oh, like they thought Castleton was gonna hang with us. No, we put them to bed quick. And then we start going on and on, and then the newer regional tournaments come in, and everyone's thinking it's gonna be like a close tournament, like it's gonna be close. Within the after the first day, it was out of reach for everybody. We swept through that tournament. So then
Okay.
we were in regions of the tournament. Most of our guys are in the finals. It's like we get top three in like almost every weight class besides one, I think, one, two or three. Three, I think it was three of them we didn't get top three in. I think because we sent what, seven to nationals, something like that.
7.
Yeah, we sent seven. So then boom, the national tournament comes. It's in Providence. I'm hyped up for it because like this is like the last time I'm ever gonna wrestle in my life, and it's in like the city I like basically grew up in. I'm from Rhode Island, so like I was always in Providence. So I'm like, all right, I gotta turn up right now. Crazy. So
Yep.
I'm just OD like this whole month. I'm practicing dumb hard, like getting all my stuff in, ready, ready, ready. Boom, the tournament comes. First day, we all turn up. Like we're all doing really good. I yeah, I think I got like a tech and a major. I should have got a tech my second match, but the ref looked at me at the end. It was whatever. We had some heartbreaking moments with our true freshman. He was like the second seed. He didn't end up placing, but it was all right because like he had some tough kids. The kids that he lost to got like third and second or something like that.
Hmm.
Third, fifth, third, and second like that. I 141 had a heartbreaker. I 149 did good though the first day. Dogged his kids. And then Jack had some heartbreaking moments too in there. And then our 285, the kid that got packed in the new duels, I mean at the national duels, turned up. I'm telling you, like he just was like, I'm not losing today, and like refused to lose. This kid, he lost to him at the new regional tournament the weekend before. He beat him, and then he has to face him again to become an All American and to make our team like basically like be in the running to win the national tournament. And like we're all like, oh no, because he literally just beat Adolfo the weekend before. We're like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Boom. Adolfo comes in like street Jesus and takes him out. I was like, yo. I, I'm not gonna lie, I was shook. I was like, oh my god, we're not gonna win national. I was like, it's over. Adolfo was like, nah, ice in the veins, comes in, whops him. He takes him down. He's on him, riding him out, running him out, not letting him up. Rides him out the whole period, stands up from him. Third period, takes him down again. I was like, God, he came out of nowhere with it. He was hitting shots I didn't see him hit in like years. I was like, oh my goodness. Adol was another one too. He's from Providence, so I knew he had like I low key knew he like had that little spark in him. Like this is your city, bro. You gotta turn up here. You can't fold. Not in your hometown city. So then
Okay.
the second day of nationals happens, and it's like we're in number one. We're ranked number one right now, and I'm like, oh my god, like let's go. I'm hyped. I'm like, we're gonna win this national tournament. Boom. So then semifinals happens. Me and this kid Hayden are the only two in the semifinals. We both win, get to the finals, and then Adolfo and Har are wrestling for their places. When I didn't watch them wrestle because I had to go to sleep, and like when you watch someone wrestle, it takes like the energy out, it drains you out. So like
Yeah.
I'm big. Like when I watch my teammates wrestle, I get into the match. Like I start going crazy. I start freaking out. So like I had to get away from the environment. I had to go back to the hotel, rest a little bit, go to sleep. So I'm chilling, and I hear Adolfo and Hard plays high, and I'm like, let's go. And so that was the first session. There's two sessions a day. So going into the second session, we were ranked number one, and it was the three teams that were in the top three was us, Augsburg, and Wartburg, and we all had two guys in the finals. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah. So like it's basically if me and Hayden win, we win the tournament. Like there's no way we can't lose.
Yeah.
So then finals was a bang. It was crazy. So they start off the finals with a 133. So the finals happens. Augsburg's two guys lose. They're already out of the running. So it's just Jawu and Wertberg. Hayden wins his match. We're winning by even more now. I'm like, let's go. This guy, oh my god, this guy and Dean, gorilla of a human. Oh my god, like he has the craziest genetics I've ever seen. This boy is built different.
He's
Wins
wrestling
by
this weekend.
yeah, he's wrestling this weekend in
Yeah,
Las
yeah.
Vegas, right? He wins by major decision and ties the tournament up, and I'm like, no. I'm like, oh my god. And so then after that, their next guy is the 285, and I'm the match after, and the last match of the night. So then the 285 goes, and I'm hoping this guy loses. I'm like praying. I'm over here like, Lord, please, please make him lose. Please. This kid pulls out a win the last 2 seconds of the match. I'm telling you, it was actually the third period, last 2 seconds of the match gets a takedown to win the match. I'm over here like, I'm like, pressure up. And this kid DeVivo comes into my ear and goes, bro, it all comes down to you, bro. It all comes down to you. I was looking at him, I was like, bro, get away from me. I got this. So I'm out there like this, whatever. Everyone's like, last match of the night. I'm like, all right, it's time to cook up right now. I go out there in the gi. I run out to my song that you guys heard in the beginning of the podcast. I'm looking at the crowd and I'm like, I got this right here. The match starts.
Everything down on you. Everything came down to you.
I was shook. The match starts. I'm like, all right, let's go. Boom, boom, boom. And I wrestled this kid twice before and took him out already. So then me and him are wrestling now, and like he's never came at me how he's came at me in this tournament. He's scrapping me, and I'm talking about like where he's like it's like he's been like preparing for this moment his whole life. We're like scrapping, damn, going crazy. He takes me down, and I just start hearing the whole crowd go ah. I'm looking, and I'm like, leave my city. I'm like, nah. I look to the crowd just goes, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over, it's cooked, GG's. But I'm like, I refuse to lose right now. I refuse to lose. So then I gathered myself together real quick because the whole crowd's going crazy because I just got taken down. And I'm like, all right, let me shut them up real quick. I go down, hit a nice little escape, easy peasy. And I get to my Russian, my bread and butter, guru of the Russian, flop the arm. I get behind him, and this kid tries to hit some crazy, like, funky roll. And I was like, nah. And me and Damani were just practicing for this, too. Because when me and Damani wrestle, we do, like, all, like, the scrambling. So, like, I know, like, there's nothing this kid's going to hit that Damani hasn't hit on me. This kid goes to hit, like, a crazy roll, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm prepared for this. I roll with them, catch them, sit them in the pocket, like some jujitsu stuff, and they called the two, and I was like, let's go. And then there's like 15 seconds left in the match. This kid's like, he knows I'm winning. I'm winning 4-3 right now. He needs to escape to tie the match, or I'm gonna win the period by 1 point. And that's like that 1 point is a big difference for real. So like he tries to do some crazy jump over me stuff. And I was like, nope, not today. Catch him as he trying to jump over me with my right hand and like toss him to his back. Boom! I put him to his back, and the whole crowd starts to go wild. They start giving back points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and like right after the fourth back point, they end the period, and I'm just looking at the crowd like, "Let's go!" Because now I'm up by like 5 points, and at this point, I'm like, "Who's beating me when I'm up by 5 points?" There's like zero chance I lose this match ever. I was like, "All right, I'm a national champion in 3 times." Now it's like if I win by major decision or if I just win by decision, because I was like, the win's already in the bag. You're never coming up on me if I'm up by 5 points. You're never beating me ever. So then third period happens. He stands up, gets 1 point. It's like whatever, whatever. Third period happens. I reverse him, get 2, run him out for a little bit, push him away, and then we scrap for like the remainder of the period. Then the match ends. I win. Look to the crowd. I'm like, let's go. We natty teams, baby. J Woo. And it was lit. It was actually lit. I loved it. That national tournament was the best tournament ever.
This dude, this ninja. All right, well, let's talk about it because it's crazy because there's only been 2 teams that's won the national tournament in like the last 30 years. So like
Yeah.
Johnson and Wales winning it was like super super big like that. I don't think it's ever been replicated. I don't think it'll something like that just opens the door for other teams to like, oh, if they did it we can do it, but it probably won't happen. But you know now let's talk about, I just saw that you won the open mat wrestler of the year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just seen that too. I seen that yesterday when I won that. I was hyped. I seen that. I was like, let's go, turn me up. Because there's like a bunch of guys that could win it, but when they gave
Yeah,
it to me, I was like, let's go.
you
43
probably
and
been
0.
getting 43-0 this season. What was it last season, like 42?
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy, bro. Like, if you had to sum up your college career, what would you say? Like, how was it for you? Just dominant.
Dominant. Yeah, it was dominant. I would say it was dominant with some battles in there. That because there's kids that gave me a run for my money and like it was a battle, but like overall it was pretty dominant. And like it was fun. Like I love to wrestle. I love to go out there and scrap. And like the JO wrestlers are like a big scrappers and like big like always getting rowdy and stuff like that. So like every match was fun. Like I sometimes I would jump up to 33 for a challenge. Sometimes I'd jump up to 41 for a challenge. You know what I'm saying? And like every match, like they would try to find people that would beat me or like give me tough matches. And every time like I prevailed and came out with the dub. But it was just fun. It was just fun. Day wrestling like was lit.
Now, where do you get like your motivation from? Like, what keeps you going? Like, how do you stay so confident with like going through this process? What helps you?
A lot of things that keep me there's like two main things that keep me confident.
Yep.
One is my training. Like I think like all right, like I was waking up at 5 a.m. going to work out, and I was like, all right, no one else is really waking up this early. If I'm waking up this early,
Yep.
then like these kids, I'm after my first training session, these kids are like just waking up. So it's like, all right, I'm training way harder than anybody else. So like the whole time I was like, no one's doing this, no one's doing this. And I look every time I wrestle someone, I look at wrestle stat. If I beat you by like I would look how someone would beat someone and I'd be like, I'm gonna beat him by more points. Cause I know he's gonna look at that, and when he sees that I beat him by more points, it's gonna be in his head. It's like it's like these little head games I do to kids. I know everyone's looking at WrestleStat, and every time I face someone that they face, I'm beating them by more points, so they know I'm really better than them. Like they're not better than me. And like everyone I faced, I'd either try to tech him or pin. So like they couldn't do it back to me either. They couldn't be like, oh, I beat this kid by more points than him. And every single one of my opponents, I made sure I like they had it in their head like, oh, this kid's beating this kid by more points than me every time, every time, every time. Every kid we faced, he beat him by more points than me.
Okay.
Just little like mental warfares in their head.
All right. All right. Now, um, other than wrestling, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do for fun? Like, you just chilling.
I mean, other than wrestling, I do like to box. I like to do MMA training, jiu-jitsu training. I like to do a bunch of different martial arts because like jitsu goes perfect with wrestling. Even boxing, like that boxing footwork helps out your wrestling crazy with like finding shots and stuff like that through the different footworks you go over. And then
Yep.
jujitsu makes your scrambling different. I'm telling you, different. If you do jujitsu, your scrambling's gonna be different for wrestling. OD, because you know how to do like locks and stuff like that. That like they can't move. Or like you know how to start rolling and doing those funky rolls and figuring out how to follow people and flow with them and stuff like that. So it's like, and it's fun. It's like jujitsu is more of like a calmer wrestling. It's like it's not like a lot of pace. It's more like flowing and like learning different stuff. And then
Yep.
boxing's also pretty fun too. Like I like being able to just like not just have to worry about my wrestling, like if when I do MMA, like get into fighting, but like always have like, all right, now I have my hands good and stuff like that. Like if someone tries to strike with me, I could strike with them. You know what I'm saying? Here and
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So the
Uh,
so the goal is MMA, obviously.
yeah, the goal is MMA for sure.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
also like spending time with my family. I'm a big family person. Like I like hanging out with my family a lot. Like when Damani was here, like we'd always have dinners at my abuela's house, like after trainings and stuff like that. And like I
Tell her to
always
get
go.
the eats ready because it can't coming back.
I know. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her. We need a good dinner
Yeah.
Saturday or Sunday, something.
Because we got the
But
banquet on Sunday. How you feel about that? Feel like you can get a lot of stuff?
yeah, I'm gonna claim all those awards. I already know the awards I got. Most takedowns,
Okay.
probably some other stuff too. Most tech falls,
Okay.
dominant. I
You
owe
got
Debbie.
you got your senior speech already put together?
Nah,
Oh,
I got to
brother.
cook up my senior speech right now. I'm gonna cook it up though. I want to make my senior speech like one for the histories for real. I'm gonna have everyone sobbing, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
when I
crazy.
when I did mine, everyone was crying, and because it was like during COVID, so we had to wait a year. So and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't write it. I did not write it at all. So everyone had their thing written, and I was like, dang. And I was towards the end, so it was time for me to get up there, and I was like, all right, I'm just wing it. I'm gonna wing it. So I started telling the story. I started talking. Everyone, I look out. Everyone's like this. So then I start crying up on the stage. I'm like, this is terrible. It's terrible. But
Serious Future's going crazy. I can't wait for mine.
yeah.
I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna have everyone going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now talk to us. Overall, right? How do you like uh just like the whole aspect of Johnson and Wales?
I mean, I love J Boo. Like, I came from obviously I came to J Boo on like a different like I don't know how to explain it, but I would say I came to J Boo off some like crazy things, and like I was not expected to go to J Boo, and like when I first got there, I was like I really wasn't like I was tight. I was like I should not be here, and like I
That's
was
usually the
I,
case.
I was very distant. Like I was like not really like I was at the, and like Moose would always be like, "Yo, be part of the team, be part of the team," and I was like, "Nah, bro. Like I'm not gonna be here for that long. Like I'm not getting close to nobody. I'm out after this first year." And then I started getting to know the team like more and more and more, and I was like, "Oh, this shit actually like kind of lit. Like this is mad fun. Like this is like something that's like I might want to stay and be a part of." So then as like that like first tournament went by and like the national duels for really like national duels brought like me to love JBU because that atmosphere like everyone like just cheering for you, everyone going crazy, you have everyone like recording you, mad people on the side like newspaper people and stuff like that, and like just wrestling media podcasts just like recording you posting on Instagram, and like you go to see the accounts and they have like wicked like mad fog and stuff like that. You're like yeah, I'm actually getting like a lot of exposure here, and it's just fun. Like when you start to get like a lot of exposure, like a lot of these wrestling media accounts posting you and stuff like that, and they have a lot of followers, then you start getting like more followers and people start like hitting you up about wrestling. It's
Yep.
like you feel like all right, like I'm important and people are actually watching me, and like this is like something I like, and like
Yep.
it was just different. Like that atmosphere at J was so different because the team's close. Like the team's like a family here. Like I know a lot of people say that, but it really is. And everyone always has each other back. Like if you're in the JO wrestling team, everyone on the team's gonna ride for you. Everyone's riding for you no matter what. And like
Okay.
there's been like times where like people like haven't had a place to stay, and like the wrestlers are like, yeah, you could just sleep on my couch until you find a place or something like that. Not talking about me, but like talking about other kids on the team. And I was just like these kids really ride for each other. And then Moose, the coach, obviously like he blesses everybody. Like he's done so much for generations and generations of J wrestlers that like everyone respects him so much and thinks of him as like almost like a god, always helping out people, never really asking for much in return, just always blessing. So I would say like J, if you like you were if you wanted to go to J Will, or like wanted to transfer to J Will, it's the perfect team. We have fun here. We're like brothers here, and it's a different type of atmosphere that you probably haven't like felt before.
Yeah. So if you're a recruit, you're looking at a place to go, looking for a home to find, go online, go to the recruiting questionnaire, fill it out, hit us up. But I would definitely say the same thing. Like no one, that's usually the case. No one ever really, pictures themselves. Well, in my case,
Yeah.
just kind of ended up there, And at first I was like, "What is Rhode Island, bro?" I was like, "What? Where?" So yeah, that's just usually the case. But that's crazy to hear, bro. You got a lot of stories. Yeah, man, we're excited. We're excited, to have this next wave, this next season of the Agile Champions coming out, and really diving into a lot of wrestlers, and getting a lot of wrestlers on here because we're out of season now. So you're probably the first,
Uh,
and to have a three-time Natty champ on the Agile Champions Wrestling Podcast is huge. Now, for you, I know, especially moving forward with the MMA, it's super critical that you got to get your content flowing. You got to
yeah.
start building on your social media presence, especially that you have so many accolades and so many credentials. It's like, okay, how can I capitalize while the iron is still hot? You don't want like years to go by and now they're like, oh yeah, Joziah Fry from 10 plus years ago, he's washed now. Like, you got to capitalize now. I'm like, all right, content, 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 content. And like, I know that was a big thing for me. And it was just like, I was always that guy who was like, I don't want to be that guy posting all the time because people are going to be like, I'm tired of seeing his face and unfollow. But that's really not the case at all. Like,
Yeah.
it's like there's always someone that's going to be like, oh, this dude is dope. Like, let me, boom, follow. So
Um.
make sure, even if you gotta hit your friends up to have them come record you at your practices or anything, that like put content out there, spam the
Yeah.
content. You got to be consistent,
Hmm.
right? Be consistent with the content, and your joint is gonna grow. And then once you grow your platform, now you start getting bigger sponsors, you start getting bigger opportunities. Now people are like, "Yo, Joziah Fry, we'll fly you out to Oklahoma so you can show us some stuff." And that's when you're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'm coming. If my boy could come, we're out." You know,
Yeah. That is dope. Yeah, I do gotta start doing that more content. Content's the biggest thing because I'm always like I post on my story a lot because story. But when I post, like I get hesitant to post on like the actual like Instagram like post. But I do gotta start like
you
posting a
have
lot,
to,
getting
have,
myself out there
have to.
because the more
Otherwise,
followers you get with sponsors.
and that's more leverage. That's more leverage for you, especially if you got aspirations of going to the big show. If they're like, okay, yeah, he's beating people up, but he can't pull nobody to his page. He don't have no motion. He has zero traction on social media. So who's gonna want to see him fight because people haven't been seeing you? You know,
Yeah.
are you gonna get fans just from your performances? Of course, but
Hmm.
it's like you're funny. You're funny.
Yeah.
You're a character. You have a big personality. Now it's like, how can I translate this across different media outlets so that people can see me for me, and then be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's Josiah. Yeah, he's a nut. Follow."
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do gotta do that. I'm gonna start going crazy with the content for real.
Have to. Even if it's like that day you was vlogging, like your vlog that you did that one day, you
Yeah.
gotta save all those clips and then cut them and put them all together. Now upload that to your story, like highlights of my day. Boom,
Yeah.
stuff like that. What else do you
I,
do? What other hobbies do you do that you can, do you game? Do you stream? Like, what do you do?
uh, honestly, bro, I'm like always working out. Either working out, doing boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, or like sometimes I go rock climbing and stuff like that. Like our rock climbing spot is pretty fire. Where I'm just like it's like free climbing, so
Yep.
you're just constantly climbing. It makes your grip strength insane. I'm like a very active person. I don't really game. Like I'm not a big. I don't even have a console, so like I'm not a really big gamer. But I do all active stuff. Like I like to go rock climbing. I like to go like on a run or something like that, or like just out for a walk, doing something active to the beach. Like it's about to be summertime. You're gonna see me on the
Yep.
beach all the time. Like I'm gonna go to the beach every time. I'm just living on the
We
beach.
going. What's that place called? Patty's.
Yeah, Patties, Narragansett, playing spike ball at the beach, running on the beach, going swimming. I'm a big swimmer too. I love to swim.
Vlog it, bro. Vlog it.
Yeah,
People are gonna be
exactly.
like, man, that's dope. That's dope. And yeah. All right. So we got a little segment. All right. This is one. This is right off the head, right off the top. It's gonna be called this or that, right?
Hmm.
Or red pill, blue pill, whatever you want to call it. Boom.
Yeah.
First question. Would you rather fly or would you rather teleport?
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Do I have super strength and I can fly? Like I can pick up
No,
someone
no,
and fly with them?
no, no. You just fly. If you carry them, you could bring them, but no added strength.
No eye strength. So, mm, I'll probably teleport.
Facts.
Probably
Facts.
teleport.
I'm definitely teleporting. Yo, that trip I just took last week to get down here to Florida, that was the longest drive of my life, the longest trip of my life. I will never do it again. I will pay someone to transport my car.
Yeah.
I left at 4 a.m. on a
Uh,
Saturday morning. I didn't get to Florida until like 9 p.m.
That's
Just
brutal.
driving all day long. I had two monster cans with the funky top, the big ones. I had two of those. I had two Starbucks triple shot energies, the big cans. I had two 5 hour energies, and
Brutal.
I was driving. It felt like my heart was about to pop out my chest. So I'm driving. I'm in a joint like this, like, and my joint's like this. I thought I was gonna
Brutal.
die. I thought I was gonna die. Um,
Brutal.
So yeah, I'm definitely teleporting next time. So
Teleporting.
yeah. All right. Next question. Would you rather be a college coach or a club coach?
A college coach for sure. Club
Why is
coach is
that?
like it is fire, but it's like I'm teaching these kids from the jump. Like they have no idea. Like it's so much patience, so much patience. Wrestling
Okay.
coach is like, all right, these kids already know how to wrestle. Like I just gotta get them like in shape really good and like teach
Yep.
them and tweak a few more like little things.
Yep.
And it's like it's more and people like to watch college way more. You know what I'm saying? So it's way more exciting.
And there's like more legacy on the end of the college coach, like Coach Morris, he just got the Open Mat Coach of the Year. And
Yeah,
he's like top 5 for all times wins in NCAA period, regardless of division. So like I definitely feel like there's more on the college side, but I feel like if you got a prominent club, like you're cashing out. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. All right. We got one more. This one
Uh huh.
we usually ask people. Okay. You have a movie, right? Say you got a movie.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch it with no sound or listen to it with no picture?
Watch it with no sound or listen to it with no picture. Uh, I don't know. Watch it with no sound. I feel like I get to meet the lips. I don't know. 'Cause, like, I'd probably rather listen to it with no picture and just
And
imagine it in my head.
yeah, you can just close your eyes and imagine.
Yeah, I feel like I do that sometimes anyway. Like when I'm too tired and like I'm binge watching a show, I just close my eyes and just listen and like just picture what's happening.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I like it. But we're going to start wrapping up here. It's been a great episode. We would love to have you back in the future. What you got planned tomorrow? What kind of training you doing tomorrow?
Sparring 11 a.m. You know how it is.
Oh, with Jeff?
Yup, better go to war tomorrow. War. Sparring at 11 a.m. I
I
got
I
a
get there too late. I think I get into Rhode Island around 1. So I'll miss the sparring tomorrow.
yeah,
All right, sparring tomorrow, and then banquet on Sunday. You got a war show on Monday.
yeah.
All right, so you're a busy man. Busy man.
Busy man. Busy
All right.
man.
Well, plug your socials here. Let the people know how to get a hold of you if they want to reach out for any clinics, stuff like that. Tag plug your socials. Let them know.
Yep.
Let them know how to find you.
I got it right there. Joziah Fry, Instagram.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I'm a big Instagram guy. Not anything else really. I mean, I kind of use TikTok a little bit, but not as much as Instagram. Instagram's like my number one social.
Okay, so you know how to get a hold of them. Instagram, Joziah Fry. Yeah, Address of Champions. This is episode, I believe, 11. It's been lit. We've been graced with 3-time national champ, future
Uh-huh.
MMA legend.
Three
My boy
time.
about to box. Don't forget that. He's going to be boxing soon. He's going to be vlogging his training camp because I'm going to make him vlog this training camp. We're going to have the fight uploaded because I don't think they live stream that. So the fight will be up like a month from now. But
Mm-hmm.
follow, stay tuned for everything he's got coming up. And yeah, be sure to, like, comment, subscribe the pod, on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. We got it all. We got it all. It doesn't get much better
Uh-huh.
than that. So, Address of Champions Wrestling Podcast brought to you by My House Sports Gear. It's been real. and we're gonna holler at you.
Anytime. See you guys. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.